Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree?
Yes.
You're knowing what you're wanting?
Yes.
You know you are a vibrational being?
Yes.
Almost entirely that. Oh, there's the flesh, blood, and bony part of you, this leading edge part of you, but you are consciousness, and you are energy, and you are vibration, and you offer your vibration through your thought, through your words too, but through your thought. Sometimes you can say words that don't match the vibration of your being, but you can't think thoughts that don't match. Your thoughts match, your words sometimes don't. So when you are the creator, since you are the creator of your own reality, that means you are emitting a vibration, and the law of attraction is responding to it always perfectly. So what comes back to you always matches what you're putting out. And if you're like most people, you have quite a mixed bag that you're putting out, because mostly you are offering your vibration in response to what you're observing, and there's a lot of variety that you're observing, and you feel different ways about much of it. And so you're offering a vibration about things you want, and you're offering a vibration about things you don't want. And when you shout yes, you are attracting what you're shouting yes to, and when you shout no, you are attracting what you're shouting no to, because the law of attraction doesn't distinguish the difference in the word yes and no. It only distinguishes attention to it. So it turns out there's no such thing as no. There's just yes to wanted and yes to unwanted. And so when you begin to understand that, if you're like most people, you decide that you're going to be more deliberate about what you give your attention to. But the law of attraction has been responding to so many of your thoughts for so long that you have some patterns going, some momentum going, that sometimes are hard to break, because the law of attraction frankly won't let you let go. When you have been thinking something for a while, maybe even because your mother thought it, or because a lot of people around you are thinking it, even though it isn't something that you want, because you've been thinking it, it's active in your vibration and therefore showing up often in your life experience. And so we come along as teachers to help you to understand these universal laws, and to help you get a handle on how to live happily within them. And we say to you, be more deliberate about your thought, but we also must say to you, give yourself a break, because you've got some momentum going. A belief is a thought that you continue to think, and the reason you continue to think it is because you've thought it, so law of attraction delivers it up to you more easily. Some thoughts are easier for you to think, and you know what thoughts those are? The most practiced thoughts. The most practiced thoughts are the thoughts that are the easiest for you to think, because they're the thoughts that have the most momentum. So you need to give yourself a break when all of a sudden you can't stop hating that person that you've hated for so long. And the reason that that hate, that meanness within you feels so bad, maybe familiar but still bad, when you feel it, is because the larger part of you never thinks that way about others. And when you do, you cause a separation between you and you. So what we mean by that is you are more than this physical body. In fact, more of you is source energy than is this physical body. And that non-physical part of you, sometimes you call that your soul, we like to call it your inner being. That non-physical part of you, who existed before you did in this body, still exists in non-physical, still is consciousness, still is aware of you, still is focusing, and still is non-physical. So that non-physical part of you is thinking about the things that you're thinking about, but not necessarily in the same way that you're thinking about them. When you see something as a problem, your inner being sees it as an asking for a solution. When you see something as having gone wrong, your inner being knows that you're collecting data and that you're launching rockets of desire that are defining your preferences. So your inner being never pushes against anything, and your inner being never feels what you would call hate or fear. Your inner being is pure positive energy. Your inner being is the vibrational equivalent of what man wants to call source energy or God. It's pure love. It's non-resistant. And that's who you are. That's who you are. But when you're here in this physical body and you see things that you think are wrong, and you feel that anger rising up within you, that's because you've defined it as wrong and you're pushing against it, while the larger part of you isn't defining it as wrong. Your inner being is acknowledging its existence, but not pushing against it. Not to get too deep into stuff too soon today here, but that's really what compassion is. Source can look at things that upset you and not be upset. And that's what makes Source so powerful and so helpful, because Source stays connected to all of that well-being, so that when you are in trouble, Source doesn't see your trouble, Source sees your solution.